What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? All right, so you know what? The homunculus has been out for a week now, and I want to talk about one skill in particular, and that's counterphase. So I was reading something on Reddit, right? And the person that posted this is Flying Squid 4783. And I used to see this happen with my panda. I never bothered to ask. And this also has to do with counterphase. I never bothered to ask what it was, and he explains it perfectly. So, if a unit on your team did the damage that pushed the boss below a jump threshold, then the jump is a revenge to your attack, and therefore you cannot proc any revenge, even if you have the revenge buff up. I did not know that. So, that's actually very good to know as you're building your light homunculus. Now, one more thing I wanted to point out about the light homunculus. So this is just going to be a quick video. I'm working on other videos. I wanted to post something for the day, and plus I find this actually very important information. This what Flying Squid actually pointed out. I'm going to leave a link to this below. But here is one more thing I wanted to talk about. I saw a couple of comments on one or two of my videos, and then on Reddit as well, on how counterphase is going to make Necro easy mode, and I'll tell you why I don't believe that. First of all, I want you to pay attention to this lich. This lich is at 108 speed, right? He's the slowest monster by far. Everybody else has 130 and over. Sometimes this lich won't take a second turn, but usually it does take a second turn on the round after we slow down the boss. So take a look. I want you to pay attention to that. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm recording in a different room since we're just autoing right now. And I thought it was going to help the echoing in my mic, but it's not. And if you haven't noticed, my ceiling is pretty high. I don't think you could tell really, but I believe my ceilings are about 10 feet high. And that's high for New York, to be honest with you. Usually, it's an old building, and that's why the ceilings are so high. Because usually newer buildings, the ceilings are usually around 8 feet high, and for some reason I have 10-foot high ceilings. 10 or 11 feet. I haven't measured them, to be honest with you. You got to see the size of my windows. So anyway, and it causes an echo in the background of my mic. So I'm looking at a way of fixing that, but it's not going to happen right now. So let's take a look at this. All right, so we landed the slow debuff. So Colleen takes... let's just count it as one turn. The Lucians took one turn. Alright, so watch this. Everybody took 2 turns, and then the only one that missed a turn was that lich. What's the point? If you, all you have to do is bring, so if you do a 2-turn buff, 2-turn counterphase buff, what's the point of having the... And to be honest with you, that's kind of rare with the lich. It's a little weird how I just noticed that it's happening that way. It looks like I gotta speed up my lich for these runs to get a little bit better, but it usually doesn't fail. It's actually a pretty consistent team. That's why I haven't really changed it. But as you can see, once you put the slow debuff on, you need her to cast counterphase at a certain time. You're better off not even using it for Necro. Now, counterphase would be good for other things, but for Necro, no. So, I'm gonna ask you guys real quick, what exactly do you want to see from me? Because I don't want to do counterphase. I'll be honest with you. I'm in the middle of building her, so I'm at the turning point right now. I'm turning point. I think she has a skill called Turning Point. No. Yeah, she does. Turning Point. So no, I'm not at that turning point. I'm thinking about building this to play around with it and then build a dark one. So, and I'm seeing people building this one with this skill right here, which is pretty insane, and building her with Violent Rule. And that can get pretty nuts. And then teaming her up with like Theo or something, where if you can get like, it's so crazy the way I'm thinking about it and the way I'm seeing people build her. They're trying to get like their 3 or Marses to take like 4 turns on offense. It's kind of scary, but anyway, pretty much filling up the attack bar. The Theomars goes first, then you fill up its attack bar, and then and then he takes in, and then he takes the turn, and then whatever, and then he takes another turn, and then you use fast pace right after, and he takes another turn. Especially if you're faster than the rest of the team, it's like, what do you do after that? So let me know what you guys want to see, and then afterwards I'm going to build a dark one. Now I don't know how far I'm going to go with the dark one. Attacks the enemy to remove all beneficial effects. Okay. And this skill is which one? No, it's not an unbalanced field. Is no. Right. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, this skill. Let's say a bomb has 1 turn to go. It'll detonate the bomb. That's pretty cool. So anyway, it's actually rune removal right now. I gotta work on that, and I'll probably make videos about that afterwards. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget